Tech Talk Tuesday with Dexter again, sponsored by Lab Trader, your trusted supplier of new, pre-owned, and refurbished equipment. Today we're going to talk about lyophilization, also called freeze drying. What that is the sublimation of ice to vapor. It's an endothermic reaction. And what is it used for? Because it's an expensive way of drying things. You're taking all the water away in a solution in order to get, in many cases, a protein or a sugar. That protein or sugar, after the freeze drying process, becomes very light and fluffy. So a lot of times it's used to make the material go back into solution easier. Sometimes it's also used, especially in drugs and freeze-dried vials for injection. It's used because the product itself isn't very stable in water or saline, and so it's freeze-dried so it has a shelf life of a multiple amount of time. Factor 8 is a good example of that, now used for hemophilia. Anyway, main components: you have a vacuum pump, you have a condenser, and you have where you put your samples. Okay, so what you're doing is you're freezing your sample. It might be a round bottom flask, it might be a vial, whatever it is, you're freeze drying it. In this case, you put the frozen vial, you spin it, get a thin film, you freeze it, you put it on here, you turn it on after the vacuum is already set and the temperatures are already set in the condenser, and it starts to freeze dry, and you'll see that the flask starts getting ice on the outside because it's endothermic and the sample's taking all of the heat out of the glass and the surrounding area. It turns it into a vapor because of the low vacuum, and it then takes it through the condenser where it freezes, takes it back to ice so that you don't get water vapor in the pump. Thank you. Have a great day.